Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. Junior with classic VW Bug. Today the goal is to remove the bolts that are holding the shell to the floor pan. So I'm going to go ahead and get a bottle of PB Blaster, soak them with PB Blaster, let them be for like about 30 minutes, and then get a ratchet with a socket and see if I can break them loose. So to remove the shell, we're gonna have to remove this bolt right here. There is another one just like so on the other side of the rear wheel, just like that. So we gotta break these guys loose. I think there's about 12 of them total. I guess we'll have a better count when I remove them. And we have to do the same on the driver's side, so we have to remove all of them. You can see another one right here and another one right here, right there, and if you keep on looking down, you'll see all of them until we get all the way to the front. Also, if we look inside the car, we have to break those two bolts right there loose. We also have to break these here loose, those 4 bolts. I think the bracing is going to hold good, or so I hope. If we go into the trunk compartment, we have to break those 2 bolts loose as well. And just an observation, notice that this is a Super Beetle, so I have the McPherson's suspension. The moment I remove this shell from the floor pan, these 2 struts right here will collapse and it will be all raggedy. So in order to avoid that, I have made a piece of angle iron support that goes from these 2 bolts right here all the way to here, and then when I get this off, I will install that piece, get another piece of angle, and weld it from this piece across against to the tunnel. Okay, this is the other bolt that I was telling you about right there. And of course, we have these guys here, just like on the passenger side. So let's get to it. I'm gonna go grab a wrench and see if I can remove them. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to remove this one right here. Now I have another one just like so on the other side, and I know that that's a 17. And off camera I tried to remove it and it snapped, it broke. So that's not going to be an issue because I can always get the remnant part of that bolt out on the other side. Hopefully I have a better lock with this one right here. Let's see. It's actually slipping. It's like almost like the head is worn out. So yeah, that head is actually worn out, so that's not gonna work. So I may have to get a 16mm socket and hammer it on top of that to see if I can remove it. Got myself a combination wrench, 16mm, that I am going to hammer into that. But this tire, it's not really allowing me enough room to do that. So I'm going to remove the tire to see if I can get that out. So this is a 19mm socket. Let's see if I can get this out. Okay, so we got that out for now. And just for safety reasons, I am going to put this tire somewhere underneath. Let's see if I can do this here. There we go. And we'll add that there just in case. So here's the hammer, here's the wrench. Okay. Okay, let's add some heat. Let's see what happens. Let's make sure that that's in there. And let's see if we can. Huh. How about we try to give it a tap. It did not work. Oh wow. Okay, so that's pretty stubborn. I'm gonna leave that one for last because that's going to take most of my energy away from me, and ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm going to try to remove the ones from the inside of the shell first, then we'll come back to this guy right here. Let's move to the inside and see if we can get the ones from the inside out. I'm going to install the tire. Tire's back on. We're gonna move inside the car. And we're gonna move to the inside of the car. We're just going to remove those guys right there. There's one there and two on the other side. So whatever you do on that side, you do on this side. Pretty simple. I'm thinking that's a 13. It looks like a 13. And let's see. Let's do this here. Got that out. Out. A 15 millimeters. Okay, that was easy. I guess not being exposed to the weather helps. So I got the ones inside are removed. So now we're gonna move to the trunk and see if we can get the ones from the trunk out as easy as we did this one's right here. Let's see. So that's out. So we got those two out. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we got one out. Okay guys, so you get the idea. This is a number 13 millimeter with that square flat washer holding the shell to the floor pan. I gotta remove like 12 of these. Okay, so I have an idea. Before I keep going with the ratchet, I want to give it a try with the impact wrench. So I jacked the car in the front, and I'm gonna try to use my impact drill to see how many I can get out quicker. And if it doesn't work, then I'll just go back to my ratchet. This is the higher point, so let's do this. So, first let's give it a quick break. Okay. Okay. And let's do the same thing with this one over here. She is. So I got that one out. Here's another one out. Let's see if I can get this one in the same manner. And out she is. And what I want to do, I want to save all of these washers and all of this hardware so I can reuse it. So there's two of them. Okay, let me bring the camera over here. I know that you probably have seen this a million times in other videos. So let's bring the camera closer and show you what's going on here. Okay, so those are the 13 millimeter bolts that fasten the floor pans to the body. That's the bolt right there. You can see that I just removed that one right there, that one right there, and that one right there. So going forward, I got to do this maybe another 1, 2, I don't know how many more, but you get the idea. Look how rotted that tunnel is. It's really, really bad. Check the Napoleon hat. It's crumbling. Yeah, you wouldn't want to drive this car like this, right? Okay. So you get the idea. I'm gonna go ahead and now stop the camera here. Really, there's no need for you to just watch me do all of that. If I encounter a problem like the one that I did here, which is that this guy here does not want to come out, then I am going to share with you how I brainstorm the extraction of that bolt. But that's about it. So I'll come back when I'm done removing those bolts. So that is supposed to be a 17, but because it is so wore out, initially it was not really working. It was pretty much slipping. So by hitting it a couple of times and maybe adding a few nips into the hex, I think I got the 17 millimeter socket now to sit tight, and it's got a good grip now. So I'm going to give it a try and see what happens. Let me go get an extension for that. Extension, let's see. Yeah, that's not working. Let me check my other additional impact sockets to see if I have a 16 millimeter. Okay. Well, we didn't get it out, but we knocked the head off. It broke. At least now we can get the body off. The body, it's loose. I can lift the body now. One thing I have to do before I attempt to remove the body is go in front of the trunk and break loose the steering column. And after that, I should be able to lift the body. The goal was to basically remove all of the bolts to have the top shell loose so we can lift it off the floor pans. But I can't do that today because I'm by myself. And I mean, this may be lightweight, and maybe I can just lift the whole thing by getting inside and, you know, applying pressure against the top roof. But you know what? They don't sell these parts anymore. So these may be replaceable, but mine are not. So I'm going to wait for a couple of friends to come help me out. I may have to make some phone calls, and maybe tomorrow or within a couple of days when I upload my next video, you'll see my friends helping me remove the shell from the floor pans. I'm gonna wait for a couple of friends to come and help me out. I gotta make some phone calls tonight and get ready for some time this week. So for now, I'm just gonna call it a day. I'm gonna leave it right there. So as you can see, now the whole body, it's loose. Keep an eye on this so you can see when I grab the rear end of the car, so you can see how it now moves. Look, see that? We gotta break that loose there, pull that steering column out that way a little bit, and then we should be able to free the body from the pan. And as you can see, I have this bar right here that once I remove the shell, I will install this again from both struts, and then I will weld a piece from here to the center of the tunnel to help me steer the floor pan around until I work and get the body fixed. So that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed the contents. I know it's not much for now, but we're going to continue to work with this car until we make it, you know, roadworthy at least. So please continue to support my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. is going to help my channel to grow more. Until then, this is Junior with Classic VW Books. Thank you for being here. Junior out.